Last time on CTG.
I'm going to shoot that flare to let Lorenzini know that peace talks fell through.
You saw this is what happened? You could not tell that he was a Quartet member beforehand?
Or at least tried to convey our side of the story.
How is Citroth still standing? Sure, the others have briefed you. Meeting went south. Inside job. He was blending in with the rest of them to hide. They have weak spots.
They focus on supporting this one tyrant. He's not human. He's more like a god.
That sounds about right.
Hey there, I'm Curtis, and I'll be your DM today. And welcome to CTG. Now, to the left of me,
I'm Taylor, the voice of Timothy Burns.
We've got Tyson here.
The voice of Cassius Claymore.
Hey there, I'm D-Man, and I'll be playing Brent Carter today.
Hello, I'm Kat, and I'm playing Darian Wood.
And I'm Kayn as Magnus Marik.
right? Let's dive right into this. Now, alright. Your eyes, all of your eyes, let's say, open to the toiling of warning bells, pierced by the pre-dawn air. For a moment, you lay frozen in your chambers, hoping that you're still dreaming, still in some sort of nightmare. But as the clamor grows louder, joined by the panicked shouts of guards and thundering hoofbeats, down in the courtyard, the grim reality of the situation kind of hits you. And it feels like a funeral shroud. And you kind of realize war is imminent. You can hear my voice alright? Alright. And from all shouts of below, one pierces through like a dagger. And it's this. The Quartet. They're arriving at the first outpost. Move! Move! And you can hear gestures and clanking steel. And let's say differently, you all do it differently, but you instinctively jump from your bed, right, and rush to the window in different places, different positions. Maybe not all like that, but the sight is all the same. And when you see it, you can feel that shiver of dread down your spine. The normally quite serene kingdom of Citroth, as it's the heart of the human continent, now transformed into this frenzy of activity. But from your window you could spy columns of smoke in the distance rising from the outpost, like clawing tendrils at the sky. These are slightly dyed red to insinuate that the enemy is approaching. Now, the streets seem to be teeming with a mixture of kind of civilians and soldiers. Some you could probably see with their family, saying their final goodbyes to their children and their wife. Others with just a grim kind of stone face on, accepting what's to come. Their armor glinting dully as they walk through. Maybe torches have risen, as it is quite... it's in the morning where it's just barely lights coming through. Okay. Now. I actually might not go to you. Maybe I'll kind of go around. Kat, what would your kind of feeling be? As you see this, what's your immediate feelings? What do you think? What races through Darian Wood's mind as he sees these columns?
I guess my mind will go blank, and all the scenarios of just terror would happen, like the ways of me dying, and
wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Brent Carter, that gunshot still rings between your skull.
I imagine Brent Carter would be thinking, how did we get here?
Cassius Claymore.
Yeah, he's probably just like not relaxing, cracking his back, maybe thinking, it's too old for this, man. He's ready to die.
Timothy Burns.
So it really came to this.
That's it. Right. Now the great Magnus Marik, Sergeant. Still. We'll go to you. Now, let me switch this up slightly. You're in a, well, to say the least, different place. You're standing in a beautiful, beautiful hall. One that you've never seen before. Its features elegant and beautiful. Now in front of you, two others sit atop thrones, with an empty one in the middle. Now the two on the thrones, their faces are blurry. You cannot see them. As a matter of fact, most of the room around you is blurry with fog, but one thing is clear. Clear as day. You can see Obsidian Prime. Now he stands in front of the two, hands clenched. Now, you hear him say,
Can you not see what's at stake here?
and he slams his hand kind of into this nearby column, the sudden noise making, let's say the one on the left, flinch.
While we sit here and debate, our enemies gather. We were attacked, and you'd have us do nothing?
Now the one on the left kind of stands up from that throne, hands shaking a bit and raising a kind of gesture. But brother, please, no one's suggesting we do nothing. But rushing headfirst into war without, and he says a name here, you cannot catch it though. It feels wrong. He's the one best known to lead us at times like this. And you hear a and he says the name, but it's blurred again.
Our noble, perfect brother. Open your eyes. Look at you clinging to his leg like a dog.
Now he's getting, you can see the rage in his eyes.
When are you going to grow up, brother? You're pathetic. It is about time you stand on your own feet. Or are you too afraid to step out of his shadow?
And you can see the one on the left, they kind of crumple down back into that throne, and you can almost see a tear run down that cheek. Now the other one on the right, you hear them. That's not fair. We have to think this through, consider our options. Rushing into war could doom us all.
And waiting will doom us just the same. Brothers, my brothers, what a pitiful sight you are. We could have ruled this realm years ago. Hundreds, our superior race hides. Why? Because we are weak? No. Because we are dumb? No. It is because we are scared. Because you are scared. Even when being attacked, we hide. It's disgusting. You're disgusting.
And you hear as the room falls silent, save for the crackling of Obsidian Prime's knuckles. The one on the left sniffles quietly, while you can see the one on the right has a mix of conflicting emotions, letting out a long kind of and these two on the thrones exchange look with one another, years of brotherly understanding passing between them, and in that silent moment, finally one nodded. All right. We'll stand with you. And Kayn, you hear a kind of like a pounding at your door. Now, you hear someone yell out, "Sergeant!" as you're awoken. You're kind of in the pool of sweat. You're confused. Where were you? What are your initial sayings here.
What the hell is going on, and who are they talking about?
Now, you hear a... We must make haste, as he's kind of on the other side of your door. The enemy, they've breached the outer defenses, the outer outpost. The High General, he's ordered immediate support at the outpost. Gather the Selenite soldier at once. We must move. And you can hear him stampering away in footsteps. What do you do?
I guess I'll walk out and go retrieve the Selenite soldier, questioning what I just saw.
Now, you arrive at his door.
Yeah, who is it?
It's me, Magnus Marik.
And I go to open the door. What do you need?
They have breached our area. We have to prepare now.
Get ready? Oh, God. Alright. I'm on my way.
Now, are you going to go to anybody to consult more information, or would you like to immediately head to the courtyard and gather your troops and leave?
I don't think there's any more. I might try and find Lorenzini on the way.
Find Lorenzini on the way.
Yeah. Or like as I'm like walking around the barracks.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah, rallying the troops and getting ready to leave.
Right. Well, you do not see him on the way, unfortunately. But you'll get everybody around and ready.
Yep.
Right. So you obviously have your squad with you here, the standard team. Your special unit, as one might claim. But you see soldiers, the last of what Setroth has to offer, the last defenders, the last of everything are here. As forces has not come from other places, you're actually the only general there. And they look to you for command. Though most of them have already taken order from the High General's word, where already some units began leaving in carriages and whatnot. But you're here leading what looks to be a good, I would say a battalion of men, 1,000 men, kind of around that number. Prepare at the courtyards and carriages, and they all stop at your arrival. Maybe let's say they all salute as well. Maybe those that don't catch you don't, but in given time they salute. What do you say?
So I'm guessing I'm standing up about to give a speech.
Yep. You can see probably faces like Darian Wood. Maybe the sergeant stands next to you. You can see Cassius in the back. Maybe Timothy Burns already ready to go. But you can kind of, I don't know if you probably have, but when you're on stage and you just kind of look in the crowd for the people you know.
Yep.
It's kind of like that where you can spot them out.
All right. Morning, right? It's morning.
It's very early morning.
Yep. All right. So I get up there and I say, "Good morning. I'm glad you could all make it here today. Now this is going to be one hell of a fight, as they've now hit the first outpost. We don't know much about this force, but we do know that they have weak spots. If you can target them, you can kill them on sight. I believe if we fight to the very end, we will be able to make a difference. With any luck, we might even be able to force them out of Setroth.
Do we know how many people? I mean, how many of the enemy are there?
You have no idea.
Are we 100% certain that the wall was breached?
It's not breached, but they are approaching. Your soldiers have given word that they are coming now.
Also, they still haven't breached.
They haven't breached.
Okay.
No.
That is my speech. I've got. No.
You apply some anime level speech here.
That's what you
Rally
say.
your troops.
You watch them all raise their hands down at their side.
And I'll finish it off by saying, "Good luck, soldiers. I'll be right there with you."
None of them look horrid.
Like In God We Trust or Galahad Protect Us, one of those kind of things.
They look as though, as you would expect. And you hop in your carriages, or you hop in your carriage with your team specifically, and begin to feed off for war.
So we're hopping in the carriage with him?
Yep.
Okay.
Since you're like, I'd say it's like a special unit in terms of word.
Special.
His special unit.
Oh, fuck. I say as I'm sitting in the carriage, I was not prepared to give a speech this morning.
I could tell, sir. I'm sorry, but with all due respect, the morale doesn't seem very high, and I don't think the speech did much to help.
Well, I can't lie to them now, can I?
What? You just did, didn't you? We have a chance of pushing them out of Zinchoth.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, technically that's not a lie, but there's only so much I can say. I can't say we're going to win this. In fact, I believe this is our final days.
Could you not have given an awe-inspiring speech about your previous conquests in battle and how this is not like any other, it's some easy feat to win?
Again, I can't lie to them. This is...
Well, then just tell them they're gonna die for their country. God damn. I would do that. Cassius Claymore.
Unfortunately, as I said, I wasn't exactly prepared for this now, was I?
Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it goes.
Has it been 2 minutes? We're fucked.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm glad you...
is that what you say?
I feel like you're not the only one who shares that sentiment.
I think we should all desert right now. Now's the time. We're not gonna win this, guys. We've only got 1,000 men against the entirety of the Quartet.
And go where?
The ring, guys.
That's a great idea, except for the fact that we have to either go through Elvish territory, Demon territory, or Orc country.
Well,
All of which are hostile fronts.
And where did all your pride for your country go? I thought you were just talking about how you died for your country, now you want to desert?
It went down the drain the second I heard that speech.
Now, that was... I'm gonna just intervene here, as one will. You're walking, right? Well, no, you're not walking, you're carriage riding. You can see the men marching, carriages going to the front lines. It's a bit of a somber process. But you can see your own carriages kind of going directly there. You can see you're going past like marching men, like a river of kind of steel and flesh flowing towards the outpost. And many of them look like they believe certain doom is the only thing they'll find. And you find yourself passing along these grim-faced soldiers. Not one of them, barely one of them, has any hope in their eyes. And around you, the faces of the men that swore to defend the realm told only a story of kind of resignation and fear. None of them looked that inspired. Veterans with years of kind of battle scars exchanged knowing glances, their eyes kind of hollow with the understanding of what's to come, what awaited them. You can see the fresh kind of faced recruits, barely old enough to know life beyond, the city walls. marching with kind of trembling hands and, you know, ashen, I want to say ashen complexions. And the scale of this situation, you could see none of them really are that inspired.
Good to know.
Air just thick with unspoken farewells.
I'm going to turn to the people in the carriage. All right, here's my plan. My plan of attack. We outgunned, outmanned, and quite frankly, we are losing. However, I believe if we hunker down, we play purely defensive for now. Let them throw their resources at us over and over again while doing our best to survive. We can at least try to exert some of their resources.
Now, you hear a kind of a thump, and you watch as this heavily armored guard, he's in this big kind of, I want to say, this golden armor, or it's like bronze tinted with this kind of red cape that comes over his shoulder. Now he holds the bar of, or his armor you can tell immediately, and it's the logo that sits there. You're looking at a centurion. Now he stands next to you. He kind of makes room in the carriage for himself as he sits down. Ah, well, if it isn't the general, it's good to see you. I was wondering about the plans for this.
Ah, perfect. Good to see you as well. Our plans at the moment, hunker down. Trenches, barricades. We want to do everything we can to hold them off. Let them throw their resources at us over and over again. Let them exert themselves more than we exert ourselves.
Your word is my command, General, but I must inform you. No, I shouldn't displace my word. I am a brother of the Frost.
I'll speak up anyway. I'll take any advice I can get.
You're an utter fool. You're leading our men to death. I can tell you that now. Obviously, I'm not sure if you know who I am, and he kind of undoes his helmet. Now, you don't really know this, but you don't really know the guy personally, but in kind of the realms of war, you're with one of the best centurions Sephiroth holds. This is a brother of a high-ranking general that currently was the demons, by the name of Talon Frost. He's quite known for war, and this is his younger brother. Now, you can see he's got disdain in his face, but he kind of holds a smile with him as he kind of holds his helmet to the side. I don't think your plan will work. Far from it, actually. But your word is my command. And you see he gets up from it and he says, I'll tell the men what you say. You're a general for a reason, I'm sure of it. And he kind of leads out, and you can hear him kind of commanding with his voice alone. These men respect him at a very high level. You can see he gets out of it, and he kind of does what you should have. He kind of goes, you can hear him commanding his men, telling it around here, soldiers to the, and you can hear him like rallying them up. And that's when you hear them kind of start this, as they all kind of sheathe their blades and start clapping. You can hear the shank of metal, and you hear him start choiring these men into this kind of, you can hear, it's like a song of Galahad. In God's name we march, like that. And they all kind of sing along with him as he leads them through. Now this was an odd experience. You've never actually interacted with a centurion, as none of them were really sent to the Orc Front. You kind of worked in smaller groups with sergeants, maybe, that kind of Optios, kind of those, not really Optios either, no, just kind of, sergeants and whatnot. So you haven't actually seen a centurion, but he's like a gleaming beacon in the silver steel. You can spot him out from miles away, and he's quite large in nature too.
Yeah.
You see, you could have just talked to them like that guy did.
Yeah, I'm not really used to the large crowds.
I can feel the aura from him. He's practically like a demigod almost. I'm ready to die again. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you heard what he said. This is still a death wish.
Now, you can overhear, the mutters, maybe more of you can as well, but you can overhear mutters of, so the plan is we're going to be holding down defense, word of the general. And you hear him go, what? Wait, so what are we doing after that? That's it? We just hold defense and hope we can push them back. You know they're coming from... I can't say it. If that's what he thinks his decree's right, I assume. Now, you can overhear... it seems like he knows the enemy better than us. And they're kind of talking with one another. Yeah, but if he's sure that we just have to aim for a spot, it should be pretty easy, right? He made it sound like... Well, he didn't make it sound that easy at all. So, and you can overhear just conspiracies. So you're telling me that a mortal, apart from one spot, how the hell are we meant to hit that? What if it's, I don't know, behind his back or covered by a rock? What do we do then? Just die? Silence. We cannot say such things. They might hear you. But you can hear that doubt in you, full force. And your answer?
Well, I mean, our thing, I don't really have much of a plan. This is...
We're defending, right?
Yeah, we are defending, but they have all reasons to doubt.
So obviously out of the game,
Yeah.
you the plan is to get your men there, and you're just gonna hold point.
Yeah, and hopefully they spend more resources trying to get through to us than we spend defending. So
Yep.
we're playing home turf advantage.
Yeah,
But we don't have enough people. That's the thing. No matter what we try to do, we'll lose. We don't have enough. We've got 1,000 soldiers.
I mean, we got walls, fortress. We can dig trenches,
This is a war of attrition.
and I'm hoping once there's a
Now,
weak front.
currently, also as you have it, I'm just gonna cut you off. Currently, as you know from the information you have, you don't actually know what's happened over there. So you have no idea currently the stage of battle they're in. But you're assuming they're still just arriving, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Then I'll scatter. I'll get out of the carriage, and I'll go to that guy that was just talking about the, like where you said, oh no, I shouldn't talk about that. I'll go up to that guy specifically, and be like, hey, got any information that I don't know? I only just arrived.
No, nothing. Just going along. He's lying. Your passive deception, your passive insight can tell you he's lying. He knows something, but he's not going to tell you.
So might I suggest we set up some sort of communication line for this battle, and possibly even an HQ where you can direct what happens? I suggest, if we haven't already, we bring some radios and other equipment with us.
That's a good idea. I do wonder if we have the supplies though.
You've already left Citroth.
Did we bring anything with us?
Yeah, did we?
I asked the
Okay.
I asked the general. I asked the
Keep
general.
in mind, there's 1,000 people. Did any of them bring? You know, it's not always the general's job to bring everything. Did
Did he delegate
anyone
it to,
bring
to
anything?
any of us? So then we were like, oh, bring
Sorry.
some stuff, guys.
Just a massive question, but did the general bring a sword?
Why would
Did he?
I imagine I would have
right.
got a new sword after coming back.
Okay, sure, that-
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's right. He did lose his sword. Yeah.
Because that would be kind of a bad look. General doesn't even have a weapon.
Okay.
Archer
Okay.
general?
No,
Yeah.
but you would imagine there's already comms set up. You wouldn't know though. You have no actual idea what you're walking into. The only person who does know. Oh,
Not even him. So what we lack now is information. We don't know who we're facing, how many, where, why. I suggest that is our first plan of attack. To get as much information as we can.
And how do you propose we get all this information?
Of course, we'll get back briefed by the people at the border, but even before then, I believe there's people with us that know more than us. They've worked in these areas before, they've heard rumors. We should talk to them find out what's happening.
Right, should I call back the Centurion?
No, I suggest we should go and talk to the soldiers, see what they're thinking, get in their heads.
Unfortunately, if I go down there and start asking questions...
I wasn't asking for you to do it, sir. I was suggesting that we would.
Like delegating, like what a general does.
Exactly.
Commanding people.
Then, by all means, go down, ask your questions.
Thank you,
Report
sir.
back to me with any information and any ideas that you may have.
Of course.
You're on this team for a reason.
I'm gonna leave the carriage and start mingling with different groups and try to, in a friendly approach, sort of get some information out of them.
You're surprised with how reluctant they are to voice their actual opinion. You can
Almost-
tell they all hold back word, tongue. Like when communicating to one another, they're very different. But to you, all of you that go out there, they are very reluctant with their information in terms that they just support his decision. Like they just say what he thinks is right. And the only one with enough balls to have opposed his decision was a ranking of Centurion. Obviously, imagine how a Legionnaire would feel about saying that word, because they think it's like you're going to come back and snitch on them. Like, hey, Legionnaire, Marshal over there. So they are very reluctant with information, or any, like, actual their own plans or ideas. They all just kind of, just follow what he said or what they've heard.
I go talk to a Centurion then.
I will go back to the carriage and report my findings.
Yeah, I assume anyone that went out does.
Well, yeah.
It's all
it may impact how we go now.
it's all like very, very kind of I think defending the trenches is a good idea. We should hold that wall point. Yep.
Sir, I'm finding it's very difficult to get through to these men. It's almost as if they are afraid to speak their mind about leadership decisions you make, and to put it blankly, they do not trust us, as we are tightly associated with you. I believe we need someone on the inside to actually get through to them.
Alright, yep. And you...
No.
And you suggest... reasoning with them wasn't enough, saying that I would be fine with any information. I if you can go back and tell them I want to know what's going on from their perspective.
So I don't think that will help. I think the whole problem, sir, is they do not trust you.
Of course they don't. I'm leading them to their death.
I mean, it could work. All I'm saying, all you did was listen to them for a bit and then walk back to the general. How about we talk to them?
Now, just say I want to know their perspective. The best way for a general to lead is to understand their team.
Who in our group is the least associated with the general?
No one.
No, we all are.
You're pretty closely associated with them.
Do we know anyone out? Do I know anyone here other than this group?
Not that you can pick out, but like it would be hard to pick them out because they're all helmeted. But do remember they know you as the chosen team that went out to Silverstoke.
Yeah.
So can I spend some time looking for any of my fellow soldier comrades that I know, and just trying to find them? That's what I'll do.
Can you just roll an investigation, please?
Additionally, I'm going to say to you guys before you leave, make sure to tell them it's anonymous. Don't ask for their names, identification. They're all in armor, so they're virtually indistinguishable.
So I hate to say it, but I'm trying to avoid mentioning your name at all. Whenever I do, it seems to go nowhere.
Well, if they feel safer, like they can talk about it, that's what I want to go for.
I walk out of the carriage. I grab just whoever's, like, I guess closest. And then I snug him, like, I steal his helmet and shit.
You're gonna strip one of your men while walking with them.
And then I'll wear the helmet, and then I'll go in disguise.
Are you sure? You want to do that?
I would suggest not. Maybe find some extra clothes and do that.
Oh yeah. Then is there an extra pair of like just helmet and chest piece? No. Fine.
Eh?
Not that they're just taking with them, no. They're not like
No
carrying an army
supplies?
with them.
Like no logistics or anything? We're just going in there raw dogging the whole thing?
People think that you just go to Battlefront with
Yep.
no supplies.
Well, that's what we're doing.
Eh.
No, there's already people. Our team already, 1,000 men already went out.
Yeah.
Already support's gone out. You're the like last group going. If that makes
Oh, we're
any
at the
sense.
back of the convoy?
So there's
Yeah.
more of us.
But people, like I said, people have already went. So there's already been teams going in the morning. You're the last the last people, the last scrabbles they have going.
Might I suggest you find like the weakest link in there. This is our outer thing, right? Find like someone who's looking like really tired. Offer them a seat in the carriage and ask to borrow their helmet, and then go out and ask questions.
Yeah, but then one of us loses our seat.
Now,
Who's walking?
Kayn,
Oh,
Yes.
you come up next to this kind of big cladded beast, clapping his hands. What do you say?
Hello, Sir Centurion.
Sergeant, right?
I don't really 100% agree with the General's plan for this. What is your feeling of it?
I've already voiced my words with him. I think it lacks more, how do I say it? More. It doesn't have enough. Yeah, we can defend, but what is our backup? When they break those defenses, what do? Retreat? Or do we just continue defending? Additionally, I would have hoped, I know, call me crazy, but I would have hoped to know more about the enemy themselves. We've never seen this threat before. It's not in any of the booking rankings. I've only been told that they're unkillable, which is goddamn seems like every enemy around here is unkillable. So, I just think we're just fighting it through. The general should have the most information. I'm just voicing my opinion. I would have loved it if my brother was here, but we have him. I'm sure he's the Selenite soldier for a reason. I have my trust in him. I don't doubt him. I just think I would like more. But I don't doubt him.
You know
Surely
what?
he knows what he's doing.
I fucking trust this guy a fair bit. I'm gonna say, well, this isn't my first time actually against him, so I have a tad bit of information.
Right?
And, yeah, it's not that much, it's around the same.
He's unkillable.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
there's also this other thing. After my first escape of him, I've been having these visions
Yep.
of him talking to some strange other people.
Right.
I don't know what it's about, but it's like I'm seeing through his eyes sometimes.
Really?
This getting nowhere, isn't it?
Well, what point are you trying to drive across? He
I
kind
don't
of just thinks you're a
know.
loon right now.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
Can I attempt to interject on this?
Yes, you may.
So, I'm going to ask.
Oh.
Centurion. Pleasure to meet you.
Looking down at
Right. Nah, you just like, where'd he come from? Anyways, yeah.
Apologies for the sudden intrusion. I had to interject.
No, I was hearing the war stories from Sergeant Marik here.
Right. So, tell me, Centurion. I managed to overhear that you weren't particularly fond of our general's plan.
Yep.
So, was there something else you were willing to propose for us? Or do you hold your tongue still for some reason?
Well, the thing is, the title of general takes a lot of weight. As I could bring up my idea, but if 1,000 men die because of me, that guilt is heavy. And I've always just listened to what the general tells me. Now, I could have theories, but I don't know my tongue because I'm scared of what he'll say to me. I know he can do nothing. The only
Act
problem is,
as if offering your opinion is treason.
No,
Simply
no.
speaking to the man won't get anybody killed.
I spoke to him, alright. He seems as clueless as the rest of the Legion out here. I'm just putting it in words as if I have a plan and I crack it out, I don't want my men to see me as the man who led them downhill. Even if I say it in private, I'm sure word will spread. Like, people like to talk. People like to talk.
Even so, you should still speak freely for the sake of humanity, should you not? If your plan offers any kind of advantage to us,
I
it could
could.
be useful, no?
I could. But I'd rather not die with that guilt. I've seen what's done to my brother. Having men die is hard.
If you have no plan, you can just say it. There's no need for all the shenanigans.
I know. I think defense is the best plan, right? I think defense is the best plan.
Right. Well, in that case, if you'll excuse me, Centurion.
And you return?
I rolled a nat 20, so like,
What?
I'm just wondering how that's going.
Yep. You do find someone you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just some standard soldier you've seen a couple times here and there. He used to guard kind of like one of the front entrances of the gate.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to him?
Oh, Joey, haven't seen you in ages.
Tim? Oh, you're coming out here? Jeez.
Yeah, man.
Unlucky. The general really gave us a good speech out there, huh?
Yeah, inspiring, right?
Yep.
So, what do you think of all this?
What do I think of all this? Well, I haven't had the pleasure of coming out of the castle, so it's pretty nice. I get my legs to work in motion, if you know what I mean. But,
Yeah.
the guys around here are pretty grim.
Tell
I
me
mean,
about
it's
it.
good we have Centurion Frost here, but, man, I'm kind of scared, you know.
Yeah. I get
A lot of people don't really agree with the defense plan,
Mm.
but it's kind of like in a way, I wonder if anything he said would have been right. Because they're scared all in all, but maybe there was a go. I don't know. You know me and my theories, Tim. You know me and my theories.
Yeah,
Go
I
on.
know.
But no, it's just. I'm sure he's seen a lot of combat, but it's just scary, man.
It doesn't
Also,
seem like
we have no idea what we're fighting against. People around here are saying that some of the veterans around here are just saying that bullets don't pierce them, or a blade. That's all I have. So, what am I gonna do?
yeah. It's crazy.
Maybe you can punch them down. I've seen you with those
I
hands.
sure
Tim.
hope so.
Yeah, yeah, but no, man, this is nothing like working that clinic job I had.
I bet. Wow.
It's
What a life.
yeah. It's times have changed. Times have really changed. But no, I'm shivering in my boots, man. This is scary as hell.
I'll tell you what. I'm trying to like, just, friend to friend, figure out what's like the vibes of the whole group, and I think that's helped quite a lot. But if you find anything, just let me know.
You're in the general's carriage? Fancy.
I know. I don't know how I got there myself.
And is that Lance Corporal? Wow. Not the same scout I remember.
Been in for a while now.
Well, let's just hope some of us make it out of this one, right?
Yeah, you bet.
Oh, jeez. And he continues marching along.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Are you guys still talking? Oh no.
You've left the Centurion?
Yup.
You've left the Centurion?
I mean, yeah, the guy didn't say anything. He's just like, no thanks. I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go back to the card as well. See what's happening.
I imagine I'm still just sitting there, like, thinking,
Perhaps,
trying to
Yeah.
scour out more of a plan.
perhaps we should offer them another speech.
Now, you've come round and you've gotten all the information from various different people. You of course, Italy, heard it all.
Yeah. Kayn, did you want to say?
Can I just take a power nap?
What do you mean?
Just snooze in the cart?
You're just gonna...
Yeah,
Yeah,
thinking that's the way that I can maybe see a vision, who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, General. Christian. Sorry, sir. I've gone around and talked to our men, And it does not sound very good. They from what I've gathered, they're very in the dark about what's happening and have no idea what our enemy is, how to face it, its weaknesses. All you've really said to them is that there's a weak spot, and other than that, they're unkillable. And that doesn't really sound good to them.
Yeah, doesn't really sound good to me either. And Cassius, you proposed a second speech.
Perhaps we have time to draft one and rally the men's. What's the word?
Morale?
Morale.
All right. Additionally, I've been thinking about it more, based off of something something Marik said earlier. I imagine everything I heard, that was mentioned. I've heard about backup plan, like what happens once the defensives have broken through. I guess my plan is we create layers. We at least we can slow their advance down to Citroth by whenever they get close to breaking through, pull them back to the next defenses. At the very least, this staggered approach can wait, at least delay time till we can get more men in to fight.
So you want to tell them that the people in the front are bound to die?
Where's the hope in that? Of course morale's gonna be bad if that's what you tell them.
Yeah.
That we have to slowly retreat.
No, that you have to slowly die. That's what you're saying.
Well, we're telling them to die for their country, goddamn. Well, where else are they gonna go? Back home? Just to wait for the Quartet to arrive?
There's a key difference versus dying for your country so it can win, or so it can just survive a little longer.
Well, personally, if I was a soldier, I think I'd much rather be told to defend this against this threat than to charge head first into a battle we don't know we're going.
You don't understand.
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
as a soldier myself right now, I would rather hear that instead of we defend and we fall back, I would rather hear we defend and after we win the defending, we do something about it.
Well, that's the other plan. If there's a weak spot in their onslaught, that gives us an opportunity to strike.
But talking about the retreating is just talking about our downfall.
I'm aware of that, but it's the only realistic plan we have to conserve men, to save lives. Keep our manpower at its as strong as it can be. There's no point sending 1,000 men into war to have all of them die in one fell swoop.
I don't disagree with the plan. I disagree with
The morale, I get it.
the
It's
narrative.
So what do you propose we say? How do we inspire these men?
A speech. An actual speech this time.
Indeed, I agree.
What do I say? I've never really had to give a speech to such a large crowd before.
Confidence. That's all you need.
Just think of the morale.
Just think of the morale, bro.
Just think of the morale.
Just do it, bro.
What do I say?
It's what I'm asking. Brothers, something like that. Today we stand here on the precipice of war or something like that, and you know, like those old anime from the modern world.
Yeah, because that's gonna rally the troops.
I mean, it'd rally me.
And also, what weak spot are you talking about for these guys?
Did you not see it in the?
On one of the non-combat ones, we saw it. We're talking about the war ones. What weak spot are we talking about here?
We can't be invincible.
Yeah, I'm sure they have it just like the rest of them.
Okay then.
I would assume it's under armor, or at least heavily defended, as their entire life depends on that one point.
Just when I was outside, can I also look, like when I was outside, could I have also looked for like if we had any comms? of the front line so we could brief in what's happening?
You do not.
What?
Aye.
Who planned this?
Also, the person who gave us the mission to go, did they give us any information before leaving? Like a
Like a brief.
pre-deployment briefing?
I asked him if he wanted to go see somebody in comms and anything like that.
He said he wanted to go see.
He,
where is
he,
he?
on, if he was on the way, he was not, because he actually has to deal. He's never really on floor, so he would be in the meeting room. But no, like I said, you just went in with a surprising lack of information.
What? And yet we're one of the last groups, even though we did no prep.
Hey, no. Don't we have any drones or anything? You know, do some surveying.
Yes.
No.
Like strap a phone
don't have
camera
drones.
onto a cheap Chinese.
Can I
No.
The Falcon
Can
stuff
I
on
sabotage
Fortnite.
all their pages and make them? No, that's crazy.
Perhaps we should try.
Alright, so what's the plan? Are you just going to continue marching in?
Guerrilla warfare.
I imagine it would take some time to set up comms and stuff. I know it's a bit late now, but
It's a bit late now. It's really
Yeah.
late now, D-man.
but believe it or not, as a player, I actually don't have any experience running a war. So
Right.
So
does Brent Carter have any experience leading a war?
yeah, but I don't. So it's just like
let
a.
me mental you.
Can I just have a radio?
Alright. First, when we arrive,
Just give me a radio.
we want to give a brilliant speech to our men in the trenches. You know, rally our boys.
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest
Don't
an
worry.
ambush, like play and wait,
We're
like playing
talking.
guerrilla warfare. We spread out across the border in small groups and ambush the quartet as they begin to move closer. And fall back, as you see, instead of just lining up on a trench. Because you know what they do? Oh, they don't have access to high explosive munitions, do they?
Who?
Drop a couple bombs in the trenches. Gone. The quartet.
You don't know.
Oh, we'll assume they do. So the trenches are.
Hmm.
They may just gas us out. You know, with that whole selenite thing out of the trenches.
Mm.
So we just gotta pray.
Are you telling me an XM7 can't pierce there? It's like,
So what's the
you
word?
know that thing can go through light vehicles, right?
Surely got some 50 calories or something.
Yeah.
You know,
That'd shred a quartet.
I have a feeling I know their weakness. I figured it out.
I imagine we would be. I probably would add and give it a second speech once we're there.
Oh, no.
So you would,
I'll write you a
Is there
script.
any towns
I'll
on the
write
way?
you a script,
you
Or are we just walking
No.
straight?
like I said, there's nothing between it. That's why it's
But
such a hard area.
Once we arrive, there will be supplies and logistics there, right?
Is that what you're assuming?
Yes.
Right. So are you arriving? That's my next question. Or is there anything happening in between?
Well, do I have a radio?
No, you do not.
Do I have wire and
No, you do not. Right. So do you arrive? Or is there something in between?
Me and him
You
have a
use
sibling
the-
starting to each
The
other.
paladin's armor, and since it's made out of copper,
Right.
you can.
I guess you do arrive. I still need time to actually think about what I'm going to say, but
Right. So the horses, the men start kind of going in, and you can see what it looks like. It's this massive kind of walled kind of outpost, right? It's this it's kind of like just a massive gate sitting there. It's got a small wall surrounding it. Men are lined on the front with heavier guns. Men are lined on the wall like through their arrow slits, but they're made for guns.
Yeah.
Now in front of it is what it looks to be a line of trenches. Now behind them is a bunch of camps and outposts and all this other, quick setup stuff. It looks like it's expanded, but there's about roughly 5,000 people here.
okay.
Some of them they're already set up on the trenches. It's a massive line. They're already set up on the trenches. Some on the armed on the back wall. Some higher on the top gate part with the heavier guns. And right, your carriage arrives. Men start kind of flooding around. They're getting orders from the centurion. No, let's say he doesn't. He'll lock eyes with you and then stop giving commands and kind of stand there and halt his men. Halt! The general. It looks as though he has word. And they all stand there. They are not saluting.
you do not salute on the battlefield. That tells everyone where your general is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shoot that
see?
guy right
see?
there.
See, I just told you. They are not saluting. Go.
Can we take our first break here so I can think about this a little bit more? 3:30.
We'll get back.
Break.
We'll have a CTG break. Hey there, I'm Curtis, and don't tell anybody, but I was saluting. Shh. Just keep this between me and you. No one has to know. And we are back from our break and getting right into this. You arrive at the outpost. Like I said, he holds back. I mean,
And I imagine I would stand up. I'm now looking down at how many men?
about 1,000, a little over that. A little more than 1,000.
So with a couple extra people already there.
Yep.
Okay.
No, yeah. No, you're like 1,500, around there.
Yeah. And I guess it's us speaking. As I say, today, I just don't stand here as your. I don't just stand here as your general. I stand here as your brother. And today we stand on the precipice of war. I will not sugarcoat it. Things are grim. This is a massive threat that we know not too much about. But I assure you, I will be here fighting on the front lines with you. And I hear murmurings that there are amongst all you all that my plan for defense is not the greatest. However, I do believe that's better than sending you all into the front lines. And I will consult with the men who are already here to help work out the finer problems within the plan. You need not have faith in me, the Southern Light Soldier, but hold fast in Galahad's name as he will guide us through this treacherous time. He will provide protection and a way through. And if, as a worst case scenario, we shall die here fighting for us, fighting for our great nation. And that is my speech.
Right. You watch as the men give a hurrah, kind of one of those, and then they kind of start mingling back to it.
And immediately I'm going to take my team and we're going to go find whoever's in command of...
Right. So, as you're approaching this tent, you hear, finally, you're here. So, here's the battle plan. And you can hear murmurings. And you kind of approach the tent more. What do you do?
I think I'll just walk inside, right?
Right, so you open it up. You hear a... Well, you... General. You're here.
Yes, hello. I was hoping for a little bit more information on what's going on.
It's just we're getting ready for the war. We're defending, and yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Right. Yeah. It should be good. You should go help the men out there.
Who is this?
What
kind of brief is this?
You don't know. You don't know.
Everything's good, bro. Just go do your job.
That's what he says. Maybe you should get back out there and maybe inspire the men. Get ready.
Seems very seems very
This
dark.
guy's fine.
Okay then.
Yeah.
And as you start leaving, you hear him say, "Right, Imperial Commander, I need to."
I'm gonna sit here and listen to this.
Oh, yeah, turn. You get up there and you see he says, "Yep, the general has arrived." Oh, I'm just like can do his thing, and then you hear him say, "The general has arrived. Obviously, the only one we could get was Brent Carter. Well, they call him the Selenite Soldier." You hear him go, "I understand that, but we're up. We have a message from Lorenzini. He has a plan in play. We're gonna initiate it. It's looking good. As I've already given you the rundown on the maps. It should hold bare possibility. but you understand. I do understand. But I have fears for this plan. Obviously, I'd like to make adjustments myself. But no, I can agree with it. I see his vision. Obviously, I would have went with a more hearted approach, but this is quite direct. No, it's a classic, isn't it? It's a classic. He says, that is correct. It is. It's a Garcia special. Yep. You know how I feel about Garcia's plans. Yes, the High General does have a strange viewpoint on it. And you see, he says, now, we have Centurions here, the other ones. Who do we actually have on the field? And you see he starts giving names. And he goes, Optios. And he starts going through the rundowns. And he says, now, you know I'm going to want James here, right? Instead of at that position. You understand how much more useful he is there. And they're doing this proper plan. They're running through a proper plan.
Right, yeah.
Now, what you take from this is they see you as a walking joke.
No, they're not wrong.
There's no respect to you. As even your own team question, they even wonder how you even ranked to general.
Yeah.
Even your own team question you, and even they don't fully respect you. So imagine how the Legionnaires feel. The Centurions. You are a general by rank, not by respect. They're treating you as some kind of just battling toddler. Which you realize is kind of way you've always been treated. You're just kind of like a blade that they shoot out and just go to attack. You don't get the plans. You didn't really get any of the high talk. As you've never really been in those meetings before. Even you said it yourself, you haven't. I remember.
Yeah.
But, no, they treat you with not a lot of respect. And they're leaving you kind of in the dark, kind of out of the way. They're making a plan where you're in it, they're just kind of... You're being beroused, is a way I would say it. You're being roused.
So I imagine I would be a little bit like mad about that. As are you guys still with me or?
I assume.
Yeah, you're with them outside the tent.
Does anyone else hear what I hear?
What did he say?
Yeah, probably.
No. Oh, motherfucker. And I'm gonna go to. I assume I have some quarters here. Like there's barracks, right? Or like
General,
tents.
right? You should have his own separate.
Not for you.
What?
Hey?
Hey?
Where does he sleep?
Yeah, where am I sleeping?
With the privates, is it?
Oh, you're not gonna be sleeping, dude. They're coming right now.
Oh, what?
There's no sleeping.
I imagine we've set this up for a multi-day.
Campaign.
Siege.
Oh, we're expecting us to die. Okay.
One day.
Yeah, but like I said, you don't have your own quarters.
So I don't have any quarters?
No. I think you're gonna be sleeping in the barracks with the rest of them.
That's a quarters.
That's what I'm asking. Do I have a place where I could...
just like a...
Yeah.
It's... No, I thought you meant just a special one for you.
No, I just want a place.
Yeah, you do. There's a place, yep.
Yeah. Are these guys with me or are they just spread out? Or...
Are you spread out?
At this point, after that conversation ended,
I'm gonna look for the comms.
What a yap with some of the other soldiers.
General, man.
I'd do the same as what Tyson said, yeah. I'd go around and
Yeah.
get info.
Now, what are you specifically doing?
I'm just gonna go and kind of go for a sleep because I assume I don't have any selenite on me to.
Do you really want to snort
Right.
selenite in front of
Yep.
the soldiers?
So you're going for a sleep?
Yeah.
While they're preparing for war, you are lying down and sleeping?
Well, more so like lying down and reflecting for like 10
Right,
minutes
right.
and then getting back up.
Yep.
And
But you can see why they view you as they do.
yeah.
Right. Now, what are you doing?
I'm looking for comms, radios.
Right.
Any luck?
They are there. They just don't kind of let you in,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Okay.
Or you're not allowed to be touching it.
for one of these. General ordered me to yada yada yada. I'm under orders.
General, let me touch the radio.
No, these are men specially trained to do it. So,
Yeah.
and you're just a
I'm a scout who would use a radio. Yo.
no, but you're not like
Can
one
I
of the
smaller
proper
radio?
setup guys.
Yeah,
You know what
can
I'm
I get
saying?
a deploy?
Oh, you mean like a?
small one?
Are you gonna ask for it?
Yeah.
Lieutenant. Yep. You may.
Thank you.
It's like obviously like a little one that hooks on the side of your kind of belt in a way.
Always love these.
Did we just acquire
See,
2
I-
pieces?
Just ranked up as well.
Just ranked up.
Thank you. Well,
Oh no, yeah, you're Lance Corporal.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got it wrong. He got it wrong. He didn't
got
know what he was talking
promoted.
about.
I got
Officer.
promoted.
Officer promotion.
That's literally what people say if you actually.
Oh really? If you get it wrong. Anyways,
Like, thanks.
so you're just waiting. You're just waiting
I
around?
imagine it'd also be unpacking as well. Because, yeah, we've just arrived.
Packing what?
Like helping the. Yeah, you know
Yeah.
you weren't the one taking unless you're helping the other people just unpack.
No, I suppose after 10 minutes aside, I start just helping.
Oh, we're trying to get some selenite dust, eh?
No, we're just
Sneaking
actually
into
just
the-
helping them unpack.
into the logistics, looking around.
Yeah, he's after that selenite, that cheeky bugger. What are you doing?
Just preparing for the upcoming battle, sharpening everything out. Just doing some practice on like a train dummy or a haystack or something. Doing the katana fucking
Right.
timing that
Timing
thing.
You
Yeah.
can hear like a footfalls behind you. Oh my goodness! If it isn't Sergeant Marik. Never did I expect to see you on the Quartet front again. I thought the orcs were gonna be your style from now on. And you turn around and see you behind as a fellow sergeant you've seen before. You fought with him here and there. You know his skill. He's quite talented with the blade.
Nah.
Preparing, are we?
Yep.
Is it rude for me to call you Sergeant? You're more special than that now, aren't you? You're in the General's special little posse.
Is that? I don't feel like that's a compliment.
Excuse me? You're with the Selenite Soldier. We've all heard story of him.
No,
He's
thank you.
different in person, I've heard, than his legend. But you know, you're lucky. No more leading around troops anymore for you, right?
Wait, what's the person's name?
He hasn't said his name yet.
Oh, okay.
So, do you have special orders, or are you just hanging around the general?
We haven't really been briefed on much.
I see. I see what they're doing. I see why you don't take it as a compliment. Oh, good luck out there, though, right? We'll be behind you. We'll be behind you.
Stab you in the butt.
Now, word from the Imperial Commander. What did he say? You traveled with him here?
Did we?
Yes, you did.
The golden guy, the golden boy.
The golden boy.
Talon.
I
Oh.
thought it was frozen. Centurion Frost was that?
Wait, isn't that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Centurion Frost.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
He says, you came in with the Imperial Commander.
Yup. Stunning fella.
Though, he's been D-ranked Centurion just for this
Oh.
special occasion.
Oh.
Not more like D-ranked, he's been more... In words, an Imperial Commander is the right hand of a general.
Nah, yeah.
Obviously, he's not his right hand, but he's the right hand of another general.
Of his brother.
You would imagine so. But, he's taking lead of general here.
Nah, yeah.
And he's kind of doing his magic here. But since he can't be called the general, right?
Yeah.
He can't be called general. You know, he's down to Centurion currently. And he can't be an Imperial Commander because his general's not here.
Nah, yeah.
Additionally, he's not D-Man's Imperial Commander. That'd
Yeah.
probably be Cassius Claymore, I'd imagine.
What?
Oh god.
When did I get this promotion?
But it's a general's right hand. But he doesn't have a right hand, so it can't be Magnus. But
Okay.
no, but yeah, I'd imagine it'd be you if even said. But what was he saying? He was rambling about something.
Something about, oh yeah, you've met the Imperial captain
Oh, yeah.
or travelled with him.
He's been deployed here to control this front.
Yeah.
Now, that is... I respect him. The only thing is he's a bit, touchy with his words. He doesn't like not doing what him or Talon says. The general, I apologize. Which is a bit... I don't know. It's my first time working with him. You worked with him before, or...?
Not that I recall.
Right. You were never out there on the demon front?
No. Only been here.
Only been here? You were out for a while because of your arm, that's right. Man, that's rough. But, I know you're not leading, are you? Oh, my apologies. So you have no information?
Sadly, no. It's a grim day for our task force, but I kind of see why.
Well, I'll give you a little heads up. You and your general, and he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and kind of clenches a little bit. You're going to be leading the charge. Lucky guy. We'll be right behind you.
Face to face with that monster again.
Well, none of us has gotten to verse him yet. You're probably one of the only few guys out here that have got to verse him.
Tell the tale twice.
Yeah. Well, I think it seems fitting, right? I mean, it is you guys who
Screwed up.
well, took the words right out of my mouth.
Well, I'll see you behind me, I guess. Sergeant.
Yep, you will. You will. I hope Galahad blesses you today. Anyways, I gotta get back to it. We have real jobs around here. And he gets back to it.
And I continue training.
Right. Now, is there anything that happens in between us? Any collections, any more gathering of something else? Kat, you can get that armor now. I'll let you take. Is there any gathering, any preparations apart from training?
Any herbs I can collect to make some potions?
I'm gonna start just randomly tuning into different channels.
Oh my! Chatting up with Tyson a bunch. No.
This is more just like a moment of reflection for Brent as he's reflecting on the calamity as a whole and his life beforehand as a police officer,
Right.
which he's truly starting to miss.
Now you watch as as you're unpacking, you hear that familiar voice come up from behind you. General, we're gonna need you leading the charge at the pinnacle, right at the trenches. I know. Get the Cell Knight soldier in there, am I right? Yes, sir. Anyways, that's our order from the High General. You are to, that's correct. Just get in the middle, pierce through. Leave the rest to us. We'll defend.
Is the High General Lorenz in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Good luck. You're gonna need it, man.
Oh, I'm aware.
And you watch as he kind of leaves and
And I just have to reflect. To try to kill me. They want me dead. Right up front.
is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the first to die on this front.
Just trying to give you all the glory.
Yeah. We all heard that speech. So you've been given your orders from the High General, not the High General himself, from the Centurion under your command.
Yeah. And I guess I'm gonna get into position.
Right.
But before I do, I'm gonna make the rounds to these guys.
You watch as What would you say as you go and collect each one of them? Taylor with his radio.
I'm actually each one. I'd be like, it's been nice knowing you. As
Excuse me? What does that mean?
change of plans. I'm to lead a charge right in the center.
Really? Whose plan was this?
The High General Lorenzini himself.
CTG.
Well, we know how he operates. He likes to sacrifice his men. Any means necessary to win. Unfortunately, I think I am first in the line of fire. I suggest, if you are not ordered to be up front with me, then you should stay further away.
Sounds like a plan.
You're good men, each of you.
Thank you.
And I hope Galahad has mercy on your soul.
Me too.
Are we all put up front?
So, we can just check if we're up front.
Right. Now you watch as everyone you can see the quartet kind of on the horizon. And you're all getting ready. Now, you've been told that you and your crew have been placed right at the middle helm of the trenches. I'd say that's where you sit right now. Unless there's any retaliation, any talks to convince Alter Mind.
Yeah, can I actually convince Alter Minds? I think you should also change, because me and you don't have as much defense as these other three, I think.
Yeah, I would like to request to.
Who are you going to for the
Go back.
request?
The Centurion.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Kayn with that.
Right, so you come up.
Hello, Sir Centurion.
Now, you go to the... there's a few Centurion here. Which one are you going
Frost
to?
himself.
Frost himself. Right. What can I do for you, man?
Sir, I've heard some layouts of idea that everyone under the general was to make a charge, but I don't think that.
No. Sorry. You're right. Change your plans. You're just going to be holding that pinnacle spot. That's all you have to do. No, there's no charge. The Sunlight Soldier, I'm sure he can do it. He is the general of us after all.
Good to know.
But, I want to let you know, it wasn't me who decided what to do with you. But,
Who was it exactly?
I'm afraid
Confidential, I see you.
it was decided between the Centurions.
No shit.
We need one man to hold that spot, but, none of us are gonna do it.
Then one man it is, and one man it is.
Gutless bastards.
These guys are falling back, no?
No.
Then that's not one man.
No, one like high ranking
Ah, that's.
to like lead them in the front of the trench.
Wait, so I'm not charging, I'm just holding this
Yeah.
position.
You're
in the
defending
center.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have
Right.
any explosives?
None of
Apparently
those.
not. We're out of everything for some reason.
None of those suckers better be 30 feet behind me, yo.
Well, right.
Oh man.
Now, asking for a friend, but none of you use guns, right?
I think I've got one.
Yeah, but do you use guns?
I can use a gun.
Oh, like
Oh yeah, he got that pistol
I
from
think I got a pistol.
Lorenzini.
Well, there's your gunsman. He's gonna be shooting like a beast. He's gonna be shooting like a beast.
Pistol?
Do we have gasoline?
You want to burn the sentient rocks?
No,
I
but
can, I can tact a bunch of rocks.
that's what you've been told to be, and that's where you are going to. Now he's come up to you and told you the plan as well. You're just holding that position. Now, you actually don't. When he comes up, he doesn't actually come himself to say this to you. Another character does. Now, they're donned in this kind of black cloak that comes down this way. They are in a bit different armor. Actually, look a bit and they wear kind of like a cloak instead of a helm. And he mutters out to you, "You're General. You're holding the front line.
I'm aware.
If you run, I'll shoot you down.
Please. You think I'd desert this front line?
Yes, that's why I said it.
Well, at the very least, can ask for a shield, a little bit extra defense.
No,
Great.
we need that on our men. I want to let you know, General. We don't fucking respect you around here. Prove us wrong. If you can.
That's quite enough.
Ooh. Sorry. Don't want to anger the Sunlight Soldier down, do I?
Well, you got nothing else to say. I have a job to do. And I suggest you go back and do yours. As I turn around and walk off.
He's got a backbone then, Brent. Right, the guy.
Obviously, you
should
would. You'd be
listen
like
to your
plummet.
Imperial fucking commando.
Right. And he turns around and walks off. Or you turn around and walk off.
Yeah.
Now you walk into the trenches, the middle set row of it. There's about maybe 100 men here holding this with you that you're to command. They're all kind of, at the edges of it, looking through the barbed wire and whatnot, in the muck.
Yeah.
Now, Taylor, I can see your old friend's here, Joey.
Oh
You
yeah.
can see him kind of, he's shivering a bit here.
No,
Can I like go up to him, like pat him on the shoulder? It's good to see you.
Yeah. Well, it's, it's weird, but let's see. I think he's an Optio now. Yeah, he was the one that was talking to the general just then. He's Frost's Optio. Well, he's meant actually a Centurion, I think, but it's like weird ranking things.
Really?
Anyways, yeah, he told me to come here. Actually, it seemed like he told all the people you spoke to come here.
Weird.
Yeah,
How peculiar.
Well, that's
he kind of spotted them out and just, I don't know, put them here.
does this guy hate us?
Sorry?
Nothing.
Well, I've heard of his crude techniques. They're very, well, he has a way of kind of, I don't know, apparently he kills who he wants to kill. But not himself. He kind of just puts them in bad positions. I'd probably say he's the one who put the general here.
I think you're onto something.
Yeah. Legend foretells that, I think his brother? Younger brother? Something like that. It was on the Orc front with the Selenite hoo-ha. General, sorry. With the general, and, well, he didn't come back.
Oh. So you're
But,
saying this is revenge?
Well, I don't know why I'm here. Maybe because they know my skill, right?
Hopefully.
Is my safety on?
Bro, you're in full order.
No, that's exactly what I wanted to be. Now, did you get, you got orders, right?
To be here?
I mean, like, about what way to do in other scenarios?
But I do have this. And show them the radio. So, some communication with the HQ might be useful. If we make it that far.
It's a bit weird that,
What?
we're kind of segmented off, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's a bit strange.
I'm kind of like in the open a bit.
So it goes a line like that, and in front of that second trench is your trench.
They really weren't lying when they said front lines, were they?
No, they weren't. But the general said we can make it out of this one.
Yeah, he did.
You didn't say that.
The
Yeah,
general
the very
also
first speech.
The general said,
Oh, the very first. Okay.
the
That's the one
general
he's
also
referring
said
to.
there's really
That's
easy
about
weak
signal.
spots.
Yeah, don't forget to look for those weak spots.
Right.
We haven't got
No,
all.
but the generals fought them, right? You guys have fought them, so you know how to get them.
The fort?
Also,
Fort?
you better watch out. No one really got told what happened over at down the way.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't like you guys.
Figures.
Yeah.
Hey, for the record, I didn't agree with what happened either.
Just ask him. What did happen? And you see as he mutters those words, gunshots come going off, and he kind of flutters it in the air, then pulls it forward.
I gotta go to my post.
Right.
Good luck,
Now
man.
that kind of lied down, and you can see people are taking shots. You can see the start of the quartet approaching, and guns are starting to be shot.
And that's where we'll be ending the session. Curtis? Oh, thank you, Curtis. What has Brent and his squad walked into? What is to await them? Who is to await them? I'm Curtis, and thank you for watching CTG, and I will see TG you next week.